the first map that we're going to look at is Abyss, and these are going to be some of the best first blood plays that you can do in all of Valorant, man. These are some of my favorite. So come up to this board around this area, look over here with your knife out, you're going to full sprint forward, press crouch, and then let go of W, okay? So you have to full sprint off of this ledge, then in the middle of the air, press crouch, and let go of W, and just let your momentum land you on the ledge. That'll make it full silent, and then once you get up to here, go up to this white line, and you peek window at a timing. Look how far I can peek without falling off the map. So all up to, like, right here. So yeah, as long as you're just peeking window, like this, you're never going to fall off. And you'll always get a kill doing this if they're here. It's so strong. Nobody ever holds for it. The next play is going to be when you want to go for a mid pick. So the round starts, you come up to here, you jump forward, you go silent on the rope, and you walk down mid. The best thing you can do is have your buddy hold top mid for you. That way you can just focus on, you know, this tunnel in case they're hitting B or here, and then you just go first timing flank. Now, another small thing is if you do this play, right, and then all of a sudden the enemies are actually coming mid, you can just sit right here. And a really cool part about this angle is anyone on right-hand view model, the gun actually, like you're right here, for example, their gun actually covers the angle. So you can just sit here and kill people. And yeah, nobody ever clears you. It's actually insane. It works really well even in pro play. So the last play that I'm going to show you on Abyss is also so strong, man. It's actually just insane. You play here with Jett knives, right? You pop them at the start of the round regardless. You wait, and then as soon as they're A main, pop your dash. You wait a second. You jump around, get your crosshair placement ready, and you go for this kill. And then you can get out like I just did right here, okay? So once again, we're here. We're waiting for them to drone, etc. We're waiting as long as possible, okay? I want them to be like almost entering the site when I do this. I pop my dash, jump around this corner. I'm here. And then I can just get out by coming back to the ledge. So even if I dash here, sorry for taking too long on this, but even if I peek and I dash, right, if I fall off a little bit, I'm chilling. I can just updraft back on. So super easy kills there. And also if you save your updraft, I know this is like kind of complicated, but if you go for this knife kill like this, right, and you're here, and then you're still on top of the box, you can come to here. Oops, I fell off. But you can come to this box and updraft here and go for like a second pick over the smoke as well. So yeah, the Jett knives from this spot are just so insane. So that's going to be Abyss. Alright guys, the second map is going to be Ascent, and we're going to focus on attack because obviously attack Ascent's a bit harder. The first thing I want to show you is a market split smoke, so always try to save one smoke when you're splitting market, even if you're doing the mid-3 smoke. Take your time, but eventually when you want to scale in, it's okay to peek this, but eventually throw a smoke right here,
Blocking sight.
peek the left, peek logs, and then take this fight, okay? So kind of, you know, use this smoke to break all of these angles. This is a very simple thing you can do, but it helps you market split a lot easier, okay? Because you're going to smoke this, you're going to look over here, clear logs, and then now I'm actually going to stay up here, right? And eventually now we can scale into sight safely. And, you know, you have to do some risk assessment here, right? Because if your teammates don't have B main control, then maybe you're going too fast in general. Because if you don't have B main control, you have to worry about all these angles. That's pretty problematic. So, the next thing that I want to show you is scaling on both of the bomb sites here. And just a small little tip to give you guys. Listen, try not to use your smokes on the choke point if possible. Try to get a flash from your Reyna even, or anything like this. Because if you can save 2 smokes, whether you dash here, or if you just swing the angles like this and then dash here, if you can save your smokes on this map, it's going to be really strong. Because we both know that on Ascent specifically, you're always getting reconned, you're always getting spammed, you're always getting omen blinded. It's super frustrating, right? So having 2 smokes to live in forever is really important, alright? So that's just a little piece of advice for you guys. And the last thing on Ascent for attack is going to be to go for this Jett knives play. And this is specifically to counter teams who play for A main. So if they play for A main here, especially as Omen, right? If they're playing for A main or even as Clove, this play is going to work like every single time, okay? So pop your knives, go to the bike, silent jump up, alright? And there's 2 ways. After you silent jump up, you can do one of 2 things. You can just jump through this and go for the 50-50 on him. And, you know, he's going to be all the way out here wide, right? Holding the one way. So he's not going to be able to escape. You're just going to kill him from up here. Easy kill. The second thing you can do is you can tell your teammates, can you drone? Can you drone a main? And then dash instantly. And, you know, kill the guy who's looking to break the drone or peeking, etc. So this one's a bit more of an overextension. The other one's just a peek. Both of them are very good. And if you guys want to know, like 2 more Jett knives plays I'll show you, you have to jump up draft here, and then you can just play on top of, I'll do it properly here. You can just play on top of all of the mid utility, like this, and just take fights from up here. Then eventually you can pop your dash and go market. So you can do really cool stuff with that. And you can go for a fast speed play like this. So you come to here, Jett smoke, jump up draft, here, and then play the Jett knife anybody. So, yep, that's Ascent. Let's go to the next map now. Alright guys, so the next map here is going to be Haven, and we're going to focus on attack once again. Surprise guys, if you're Jett on defense, you need to just op on Haven. Get the op out, get the martial out, get the outlaw out. You'll win a lot more. Fun fact. So let's take a look at some attack strategies here. So my favorite scaling on all of Haven is going to be this on Jett, okay? So there's two options. You can either throw the smoke on this line right here, or you can throw it a little bit more to the left. I'm going to show you what both of them look like. So let's say I want to go B. I'm going to clear this angle, pop my dash, Jett smoke up here, updraft, go to here, backstep, and then now cream the left. So I'm backstepping to peek a guy who's potentially right here, and then if he's not there, peek this guy, and if he's not there, again, I'm trying to fight back sight, but I'm keeping good movement, okay? Don't come out of your Jett smoke, right, with flopper movement, where you're just like, oh crap, let me look to the left. You got to be moving, you know, 90-degree angle to this guy. If this is the next angle, I want to be moving like this. Be really annoying to hit. Okay, you're never going to die up there if you do that. Okay, well, you'll die sometimes, but you get the point. Now, the second option is you can go for a first timing backside swing. So you clear this, you're up to here, you smoke a little bit more to the left, and you go through your Jett smoke like this. First timing onto this angle here, and then you just hold this the whole time, eventually aim to a C-link. So it's much more aggressive. So that's my favorite scaling on the map. You can do either version depending on how you like to play, but yeah, that's how you can do it. And focus on that movement when you're on those vertical angles and you're Jett smoking, okay? Because they're obviously really overexposed, so you've got to have movement for survivability. Now, I need to teach you guys how to play post plant. Now, this is assuming that, you know, you're in a post plant, but this is the angle I need you guys to play for your Jett, okay? I need you to eventually fight the CT choke out of timing. I know your teammates are probably like, let's up down, let's up down. No, do not just up down here if they have utility. You're just going to get rinsed, okay? You want to be good at this game, just play here and eventually peek at a timing. And when you peek at a timing, okay, you're looking to kill people in the back that are holding you. There might be guys running up here, scaling into the bomb site, but you overlook them. You're looking to like crouch peek this at a timing, maybe even go for a pre-fire. And the coolest thing you can do is throw a little Jett smoke like this. You ready? So you're holding this angle, they're about to retake. You do a Jett smoke like this. And you can look to one-way them, okay? So if you aim at the bottom of this right here, and then curve it to the right, it'll be a nice little one-way for you. Alright, and you can do a very similar idea over here, right? Same thing. You can peek this. So, little cool thing that you can do. But yeah, peeking that at a timing, and sometimes even just playing in the open right here, because you're in front of a potential omen blind, right? Depends on their comp, obviously. But yeah, you want to face the CT choke as the duelist in most post plants, okay? Go for those kills, the timings. Just don't peek too early, bro. If you guys peek too early, obviously you're gonna die. So you gotta really, like, hide your presence and peek, you know, and when you peek, like, commit to it. Now, on C, you can also do one way. So there's a really cool thing you can do where you can play up here, right? You float from logs. And post plant, you can play this angle. And once you get pushed off, you can one way like this, and like re-peek with the one way. It's pretty fucking sick, to be honest, right? So, yeah, you can keep spamming that angle, but yeah, those are some cool things that you can do. Now, the last thing that I want to go over on Haven is just a very simple idea on defense, and it's more of a mindset, okay? If you are a Jett player, I want you guys to be reading the enemy team. All right, if you guys want to be good at defense and good at opping, try to tap in to the autopilot that the other team is doing, right? If they go A on pistol and they destroy you at A, right? And then for the next 2 rounds, they go mid and they go C and they get destroyed, right? So they lose B and C, but they won at A earlier. Go gamble A. Expect them to come back A, right? The point is, it's very obvious, right? But try to read the other team. Don't just play like a robot. Try to counter them, try to opt the right spot every single round, and make adjustments, okay? That's going to help you win on defense so much more than anything else. That's why, like, a lot of the best Jett players, they're always on the right bomb site, because they've gotten so good at reading the other team's autopilot. So, alright guys, let's go to the next map now. Alright guys, on Lotus, I got some really cool stuff for you, some good advice here, so let's get right into it. On defense, when you have Jett knives, one of the best plays you can do, you know, unless the other team has so much utility that this isn't possible. But if they don't have that much utility and you feel like you can go for this, you wait for the round to start. 3, 2, 1 round starts. You pop your knives, and then you go forwards towards them here, okay? So you run up against this wall, pop your knives while running up against this wall, and then jump and hit this headshot over the corner, okay? The further up you go, the easier the shot's going to be, though. So if it's like 3, 2, 1 round starts, if I get up to here, it's going to be super easy, and I'm going to want to glide across this angle, okay? You're going for that headshot over Rebel. It's just so strong, guys. It's worth going for. Now, the second piece of advice I want to give you, because everyone knows that, bro, we're playing against Chamber like half the time on Lotus right now. and this guy gets way too many kills. I'm going to teach you how you can fight against this guy a little bit easier, all right? So when you get up to this point and your fade's about to eye, tell him to delay his eye a second, okay? And he's about to eye. What I want you to do is put your Jett smoke as far around this corner as possible, right? Go to here, wait for the eye, and then when you come out of your Jett smoke right here, what I want you to do is preemptively crouch peek like this, okay? And make sure your movement's really good. So specifically, it would look like this in a real game. Okay, can you eye? Can you eye? And you're getting into your movement very fast, okay? And the whole point is that if he's shooting the eye and you're dealing with him, you're making it very difficult to hit. You're trying to be as difficult as a target to hit as possible, and it's going to work out really well for you. Then obviously you can do the tech where, you know, as soon as you get this angle, you can spray like this. And if you see the marks on the wall behind him, then you know he's there. So, cool little way to check the box. The next thing and the last thing that I want to go over is one of my favorite plays to do on this map. I love this play so much. Anytime the other team is fast rotating into C, or even a chamber who TP's waterfall, take C mound like with your team like you normally would. Buy a Bucky or a Judge. Let's just go Judge for the sake of this, right? So chamber TPs, they're rotating, right? Smoke the floor here. Wait for the util. Pull out your Judge, updraft, dash, and just send it on these guys, right? And while you're in the air here, like this, you dash, you're getting line of sight on if you're getting held from pillar or getting held from here. Then obviously if you are, then you're killing that guy. But a lot of the times you're just going into this water smoke here, right? So you're like this. And you're just looking to kill rotators in the water smoke. It works super well. I like it a lot, okay? I guess I'll show you one more thing. The last thing I really like on this map is when you're about to retake A, it can be really nice to, you just wait a second. This is some tech, by the way, okay? But it can be nice to throw a smoke over here, updraft like this, take this angle, and then eventually aim duel this. And the reason why, okay, you got to bait your team a little bit, right? You want them to be going up while you're doing this. The whole point is to break this crossfire, right? This crossfire right here with somebody underneath you or over here is so strong. Sometimes updrafting up here just to bust that crossfire is super good. Because it's very difficult to deal with someone just playing this angle and getting unlimited kills. So yeah, updrafting up here while smoking it can counter that spot really well. So, alright guys, let's go to the next map. Alright guys, on Split, I got some cool stuff to show you. So, let's take a look here. The first thing is going to be A site entry pathing. It's going to be one of my favorite entry pathings on the map. So, let's take a look. You're going to enter A like normal, pop your dash, put a smoke here, dash, do a second smoke in front of you, peek the right side, square up to elbow, and now peek elbow. A lot of people are going to tell you to go into all these different spots and all these different smokes. In ranked, it doesn't work out very well. This, to me, when I coach players, this entry pathing has worked out the best. So you're going to come to here, like I said, put your smoke, dash, second smoke in front of you, peek this angle with intention, and then now we peek this angle. Might be like, okay, what if they're over here? Yeah, you're going to have to hit a nice shot, right? You have to have good movement. So be careful for that, but it allows you to take the angles one by one. In a perfect world, your team's throwing something oversight to give you some insight on where you need to pre-aim when you're looking over here, right? But that's going to be the first thing, and it's my favorite entry pathing on A site for sure. Now, the next play is going to be a Jett Knife's play that you should see if you're a Jett player, okay? You're going to come up to her like this, silent B-hop, pop your dash, updraft, dash to the right. Oops, you can see I'm not a Jett player. You're going to silent B-hop up, 3, 2, 1 round starts, right? Go here. And you're looking to punish these male players immediately, okay? The best thing you can do is ask for a sky flash, but honestly, in ranked, man, people are so bad at, like, sky flashing. I would, if you get a sky flash, you have to delay this, though, right? So you have to wait for the flash. Like this, you wait. He's flashing. Then you go to here and do it just a little bit more delayed. But if you want to do it as a solo play, 3, 2, 1 round starts. And you're here, like, so unbelievably fast that you throw them off a lot. And, of course, like, if you have a read that they're going to be out in the open here, probably don't do this play, because they might just kill you. Now, the last thing is going to be B retake, okay? And it's going to be retake on both sites and how you can do it, okay? So the first thing is you're going to need to smoke this. Ask your smoker to smoke this. And then now, once the heaven smoke fades, you can do a smoke rafters here. And then just peek hell, right? And then drop. And then now this is smoked. And now you guys can go out together, okay? And the only reason why I am showing you this on Jett is because the Jett smokes on retakes and the Jett dashes on retakes on Split are so strong. This smoke here, combined with this smoke rafters, can break every angle, right? You can peek this, they're not here, right? Then now I can aim duel this, then now I can aim duel this. You can break all of these angles and take the fights one by one, which is just so good. Whereas alternatively, right, when you peek this angle, I'm exposed to here, here, then I'm exposed to here, this time I peek, this time I peek. It's so bad, bro. So yeah, that's how you can do it on B, and you can also dash out of rafters if you want to. Next is you're going to ask for this smoke here. And then when you're coming out of screens, you can, very similarly, right? You can smoke this, and then try to fight. And let's just do it with the Vandal so you can see, right? Like this, and then fight this, and now we're out in the open, right? So this can be really cool, and this smoke's going to help block this. And you can just dash if you want to, right? Like, you know, smoke. Right, so if you sub your utility, spam this guy, and then eventually you can go sight with your team. Okay, so pretty cool stuff. So yeah, that's going to be it for Split, so let's go to the next map. Alright guys, on Summit, here are some cool things that you can do on Jett. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is B-site entry pathing to anti some of these Cypher chips, okay? So if you're against a Cypher, you can try to do this. Now there's two ways to do this. Number one, you can go like this, updraft, go to here, and do this. The only small issue is that you're exposed in the air right here, right? But I kind of like that. There's a part of me that wants to see over the box and maybe get a glimpse of Cypher's head, right? Maybe see where he's at on the bomb site. And the second way is to do this, like peek this angle, throw the smoke normally, this, and then go in. And I meant to throw the smoke a little bit deeper, right? So let's do that one more time. So the second option looks more like this, right? Peek this angle normally, go like this, go here, okay? Notice how I'm strafing in the middle of the air, right? Just in case I get peeked at a timing. So yeah, the updraft entry towards B, definitely some good advice here. Now the next thing I want to show you is an anti to anytime they're doing this mid smoke here. So if they're doing this mid smoke, then you're going to do this at barrier, okay? 3, 2, 1, round starts. After the round starts, you hover onto this, so you updraft and pre-round. Then now we can op or rifle over this smoke, and you can peek all the way to here. And we can shoot over this smoke, okay? So you can do this with an op or a rifle, either one's fine. And you can sell your dash pop to get away. Now the next thing I want to show you, this is kind of brain dead, but I swear you guys got to give this a shot, seriously. I do this on Sova and it works, so I think it'll work for you guys. I like to start the round like 3, 2, 1 round starts. I like to just jump out and then take this fight in mid. And I like to just hold this angle. And I swear for some reason, people just peek this terribly in ranked. Like even in Radiant Elo. Like they're just not ready for someone to be in the middle of the open aim drilling them. So yeah, I like to do that right now. But that's up to you. Now the next thing I'll show you is two cool angles. Just a little bit of some gimmicks here, okay? So after you've entered this bomb site and you're playing post plant, you can updraft, and if your team doesn't break the door, right, so maybe this is like a 3v3 or something cool like that, if you want, you can go for this kill, okay? This is very niche, right, because most of the time the door is going to be broken, but you can play for this kill over the box right here, and it's just so strong. Nobody ever sees you, bro. Like, it's like a full one-way. So yeah, you can go for this kill over the box. It's super sick. So, once again, just come to here. We can just hold that kill. And the next gimmick angle is you can hold a pixel right here. So if you come to this spot, you can hold a pixel right here on the main contact. So even for example, if you have like you have to move your crosshair left and right until you get a good spot. Like right now, you guys probably can't even see it on the video, but I can see the cross right now. So if you want to hold this spot without dying to an op, let's say the enemy has an op right now and they're potentially contacting, but I can just play right here and abuse the pixel against them. Go for a shot against them, or just tell my team that I know they're there. And yeah, cool little pixel angle for you guys. Alright, let's go to the last map now. Alright guys, on the last map here on Sunset, I'm going to show you guys some cool stuff. So the first thing is this problematic timing peak. Like this timing peak just destroys everybody and these angles in general. So what I recommend is using one of your Jett smokes on this wall and then peeking these angles. And then now we can take this angle right at a timing. But assuming we get all this control here, if possible, what I want you guys to do is go for the updraft entry pathing here. So pop your dash, go here, and then go all the way up here. And again, like I said before, make sure you have good movement, okay? And then you can premium gen with good movement. So this entry pathing is super strong. You should make sure you go for it. The second thing, again, this is all like little micro things that make the game 10 times easier. When you're market splitting, think of how annoying it is to deal with all these angles in market, okay? What I want you to do is have a system to bust these angles. So you're here, you're going to smoke this in front of you, you're going to cross peek this angle, and then now peek all the off angles. So once again, come to here, peek this, here, cross peek this angle, go to here, and then now we can take these angles one by one. So yeah, this market smoke to kind of bust these crossfires, it's going to be very strong. So instead of feeling super awkward or a left and right market, you know, have a system to how you do it. And you can also dash if you really need to, right? You can come to here, right, like this. And then like if you see somebody, stash away, right? Instead of using your dash to get in, you kind of use your dash to see them and run away. Do the same thing by updrafting, by the way. You can literally smoke the floor and mark it. This is crazy, okay? But you can do this if your team is scaling. You can smoke the floor and mark it, updraft like this, and as soon as you see somebody, right? So let's LARP like I see somebody right here, okay? So I smoke, I updraft, someone's holding me, and I just dash away. And I just drew their crosshair like a crazy person. So it actually does work pretty well, but your team needs to be scaling with you. The last thing that I want to talk about on Sunset is all of these Jett knife gimmicks, bro, and all of these vertical positions. So we have top market, if you think they're going B. You have updrafting over the top mid smoke. You have updrafting over the lane smoke, and updrafting over the CT smoke. Also playing all the subsequent spots, right, that have elevation. So when you play these spots, a small piece of advice, don't hold the angle when you play up here, okay? Let them do the smoke, okay? Let them come up, wait until they feel comfortable, and then peek them out of timing, all right? And the best case scenario here is to peek them whenever you have a teammate on site who's pressuring them, right? So if you have a teammate who's on the bomb site and, you know, causing chaos here, then that's when you go for the peek at a timing on the top here and go for this kill. And specifically, you're probably going to want an op, right? So that'll be good. If you don't have any site pressure and you're just going for a one and done, you're realistically you're gonna want to peek at an earlier timing, right? Just as they're rounding this corner, right? So it's like you're holding, you hear them rounding the corner, then you peek at a timing. You don't want to wait until it's too late, because then eventually there'll be a guy out wide just standing still priming you. Yeah, all of these Jett knife plays are super strong. You can literally just float with Jett knives. Like, you can play off the angle in mid like this, and then wait till your team calls where they're at. And if they're in mid, then obviously just come down here, updraft over, go for this kill. If they go A, right, you can go for this kill. If they go CT, updraft from all the way back here. You can updraft from way further back. You can updraft from all the way back here like this. Go for this kill. Sorry, I'm like trolling my hover, but you can go for this. Eventually you can like land up here if you want to. So yeah, you can just float over any of these boxes. And of course at B site it's the same thing, right? You can come to here and eventually like updraft over this smoke, or you just jump over this smoke, works too. Another cool thing that you can do if you want to be like a freak is you can play B site, and if they go market, you can come over here and updraft here too. Kill people on a market split. I mean, how often do people market split? I don't know, but it does work if you're in position to do it. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I wanted to give you guys just some cool little tips on every single map. Make sure you guys join the Discord. I'm going to start posting tons of more content in there that you're not going to be able to see on YouTube. So join the Discord. It's totally free. You don't have to buy anything. You'll get access to all that free content, and it supports me a lot. Okay? So thank you guys for watching this video. And also, comment any agents you guys want me to do next, okay? But anyways, thanks guys for watching. Peace.